there's a surprise. I think every indication was that Harry was going to go savoury. He's picked sweet for his challenge. It'll be interesting to see what they've done.
Australian summer, Christmas pudding with fresh berries and tempered chocolate.
Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Look at that. The idea of an Australian Christmas pudding and that looking fresh and light and white, it looks spectacular. And I think it's a really, really clever idea.
Can't wait to see how that splits open, George.
Yeah. So, what do you reckon on that?
I think it's a fun idea, putting a snowball on the table. And I love those toasted nuts. They bring a really good crunch to that hard-set parfait.
Well, for me, it's just that little reminder of Christmas. So it's light, it's summery, but there's that little reminder that you're at home and that smell of spice and fruit. I think it's subtle, I think it's sophisticated. I love the idea of that little sort of nut snow that's on the top of the dessert. And those shards of chocolate, delicious. The only thing it's missing is brandy.
Yeah, I think it needs some booze in it. I actually thought, you know, it's just a teeny bit too non-committal and elegant and not kind of like, oh, come on, let's let it all hang out, let's put in a bit more fruit, let's put a bit more booze in.
It doesn't really sing too much of Christmas to me. I want loads of fruit in there. Right, let's go.
Well, it's tight. I mean, there are pluses and minuses in both, and not an awful lot in it.
Having tasted both of those desserts, I'm a bit confused. I thought my scoring was going to be easy, and now it's pretty line ball, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I know which way my vote's going to go. I am interested to see which way Nigella's vote goes.
I know which way it's going to go. It's tight, but I know push comes to shove.
Can we just get out there and reveal quickly?
What a great day. We need to know which dishes you cooked. Harry, what did you cook?
I cooked the pavlova.
So, Lachlan, you...
Leaves me with the Australian Christmas pudding.
OK. Interesting. We'll put you out of your misery. Let's reveal the score, shall we? So, Harry, you got to know this. I love pavlova. It is actually my favourite thing to eat at Christmas time. You know, that crunchy meringue, cream, berries, summer fruits, nectarines, cherries, yum. If you'd have given me that, I would have given you 10 out of 10. But today, you missed the mark just a little. And that's why I gave you 6 out of 10.
Harry, I scored your dish 6 out of 10.
Well, Harry, I actually loved the tartness of the cherries and berries. I thought that was just right. I have scored you 7.
Harry, there are a few more evocative flavours of Christmas for me than port. You got that right with the cherries. 7 out of 10.
Well, Harry, some mixed scores there, but that gives you a total of 26 points out of a possible 40. So, Lachlan, you need 27 or more if you're going to win this challenge.
All right.
Are you nervous, just out of curiosity?
I am, yeah. I'm totally nervous.
It's very different cooking in this kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the time pressure is something that you still have in a normal restaurant, but not as tight as what this is.
Interesting experience, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
let's see how you did. Nigella, do you want to do the honours?
Well, Lachlan, speaking as a home cook, I felt it was really more about form than flavour. And I scored you 6 out of 10.
Lachlan's just been given a 6. which is surprisingly low. So maybe Harry has this.
Good luck, Joe.
Guys. I have had the most amazing day today. I've given everything that I got. It's all gone to this dish, and I just hope it's been worth it. I've just cooked a 3-star Michelin dish. This means everything to me right now. I'm really proud of myself today.
Wow. I mean, visually, wow.
That's the funnest time I've had since I've been here. Knowing that there's so much pressure on really just inspired me.
Is that your best cook so far?
I feel like it is. I've not been so excited putting a dish up. I felt like I was doing everything that I needed to along the way.
Yeah, really good to see. Are you sure it's yours? You sure it's yours?
I know, who knew?
Yeah, and you look like you're on cloud 9. It's given you a bit of a confidence boost, hasn't it?
I so needed it, so I'm just hoping that it all tastes good together and everything works.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We're going to taste.
Thank you, enjoy. Thanks a lot.
Oh, wow, that is just spectacular. You know, what do you think of the amount of mousse, the colour on the skin?
The ratio looks really good there. I mean, the chicken looks cooked beautifully. Nice colour on the skin. The vegetables look nice, bright, vibrant.
It's the chicken that catches your eye, though, doesn't it? Look at the colour.
Hey, there's nice grins on everyone's faces. Consommé, delicious. Got meatiness about it, but lightness and fragrance. Chicken, cooked beautifully.
Consommé, like you said, it's delicious. It's delicate. The celery, the carrot, the turnips and the radishes are cooked well.
The things that stand out for me are how well the chicken's cooked, how well the mousse is seasoned, how well the herbs stand out, and how good that consommé is. It's beautifully seasoned, it's clear, it's light. I don't think many people are going to do better than Joe.
This dish shows a woman under control and cooking at her peak, which is great to see. Wonderful way to start.
Good stuff. Well done, Joe.
All right, let's get the next dish in.
I'm quite happy with the dish I put up.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Beautiful bit of chicken, perfectly cooked.
Yeah.
Great golden skin, so she's done a good job, Gina.
Hello, everybody. At the end of the day, I'm proud of what I've done.
Where's all the chicken? I mean, there's a massive amount of mousse.
The ratio chicken to mousse is out, no doubt about it. But
Definitely.
in terms of the flavour of the mousse, it's quite nice. Let's get the next dish in.
Good luck, Chloe.
I put my everything into this dish, but I know that I've made mistakes. I can see that there's not enough mousse on this plate, and I'm really worried about my consommé as well. I'm absolutely freaking out because I'm not ready to go home, and this could potentially send me home.
Bit of a struggle, that cook?
It took a lot of time. I think I just struggle with doubting myself sometimes in the kitchen. I came into this quite headstrong, quite positive. And then, I don't know, I think watching how amazing everyone is puts so much doubt in your head.
If this dish sends you home, what's going to send you home on it?
The chicken. I'm worried about the cooking and if it has enough mousse.
Thank you, Chloe. We'll taste.
Thank you.
Well, that chicken doesn't look pleasant at all, does
No, it
it?
doesn't.
Little dry, not much mousse at all.
The herb oil looks absolutely stunning. There seems to be a nice amount of vegetables.
But it's like that there needs to just be, you know, because that actually does look good.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that consomme is as good as the herb oil. The chicken isn't as overcooked as it looks. My chicken, surprisingly, isn't badly cooked. It's got nice tenderness there. Herb oil's great, but absence of mousse is a question mark.
Consomme's a bit watery, to be honest. A little under seasoned, it's all a little flat. It's just lacking that essential punch and flavour that kind of holds this whole thing together.
It's a shame. Hardly got any of that lovely mousse, which, you need that freshness from the herbs to elevate the rest of the chicken, to make the dish really vibrant.
Let's get the next dish in.
I think being a part of just cooking this dish has just been an amazing experience.
Hey guys.
Just as good as cooking along with Gordon the other day. I'm really happy with a few of the elements on my dish. Consomme tastes great, and pouring it out on the plate, it looks fantastic.
Does that feel good? 3 hours of cooking and you put up that?
Feel really good, actually. After cooking with Gordon the other day, it was just a real eye-opener. First time in elimination.
You've had a patchy few weeks here, as in you put up some food I'm sure you're not happy with, but also you've made an immunity challenge, you've put up some great dishes in black. What is it makes you motivated to stay determined in the face of those setbacks?
It's just definitely proving to myself that I can and do deserve to be here. I love showing the other guys, what I can do as well.
If you cook well in black, you become a very big threat to everyone else in that competition, and I think they're starting to see that now.
Yeah, good.
We'll taste now.
Thank you.
Thanks. That consomme looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does look great.
Let's taste. What do you think?
Consomme, absolutely amazing. I mean, I'd serve that in the restaurant, no questions asked.
That consomme is absolutely beautiful, a wonderful colour, a fantastic depth.
Yeah. You know what he's done? He's worked hard on being generous with the flavours. The depth of flavour that he's got out of the consomme is outstanding. The mousse is well seasoned, and the chicken is beautifully moist.
Fantastic.
Ben's done a great job.
Let's get the next dish in.
Overall, I think I'm happy with the flavours. Thank you.
Really love the consomme, and the herbaceousness of that oil is really super.
I love the flavour of the herbs, the tarragon that sings through on the mousse.
Even though there's not that much there, the mousse is delicious. Thanks, Samira.
The consomme is absolutely delicious. The mousse is full of flavour. Chicken, the texture, it's beautiful, it's tender.
Right, let's get the next dish in.
I have a few concerns with my dish. I was so manic in the kitchen. I'm worried that my vegetables have colour on them, and I know that the ones on Matt's dish didn't. But the thing that stresses me out the most, I know my chicken's not under. I'm just worried that it's over.
What did you find the hardest?
I got stuck on a couple of parts of the recipe. I was really worried about the chicken. But I can't be devastated because I feel proud that I got something on a plate with the calibre of dish that it is and the calibre of chef that made it.
Got a little bit too much colour on some of the vegetables. See what it tastes like.
All you can do is cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Do so.
Thanks, Sarah. Let's taste.
I'm wondering whether it's a little bit overcooked.
I've got a feeling it's overcooked.
You can see the kind of fibrous nature of the chicken. Only one way to find out, isn't it?
What this says to me, this plate of food, is a lot of panic and stress. The vegetables are literally all over the shop.
The only flowers she got on the plate were the carrot flowers, so missing a few key ingredients. My turnip was burnt on the outside, and the chicken's overcooked there, unfortunately.
It's just, yeah. The chicken's overcooked.
But on the upside, it's a very, very tasty consommé.
The consommé's the saving grace, but the rest of the dish, in terms of balance, is not that great.
That lack of detail might cost her.
Good point, Matt, but there's one last dish to go, and who knows what might happen.
Well, it's Loki's, and you know.
I'm worried because I've been making mistakes throughout, and I'm not too sure if I've done enough to stay in this competition. I could be the first person in MasterChef to go home with my immunity pin. I haven't tasted my consommé and vegetables. I have concerns whether it's going to come together. I'm just hoping for luck.
Loki, the big question, the one question, not playing your pin, in retrospect, good idea or bad?
I'm not regretting my decision. I wanted to be a role model for my son. I want him to know that he should never run away from problems. Whatever happens, I had to back myself to feel that even if I fall, I have to fall. I have to believe in myself. This is the time I wanted to test myself and prove myself that I can do it.
Time for us to taste Loki. Thank you.
Thank you.
You good?
You're good.
My chicken's really, really dry. Even though the mousse has a good flavour, it's very, very grainy. The herb oil, it's got some colour there, but there's not really any punchy flavour coming through from it.
The consommé is disappointing. It lacks so much flavour. And, the veg are, really rushed.
Just that kind of stuff. Hair off the bottom of the little radish. It's just a man rushing and struggling to keep pace with 7 pages of recipe and 55 steps.
I'm really worried for him.
But where do you place that, say, in comparison to Sarah's overcooked chicken, which is a massive, massive problem, or a dish that has virtually no mousse on it?
There's 3 right at the bottom for me, and they're all pretty much line ball. Although, I must say, I think I know who is going home today.
Yeah, so do I.
You had to recreate a 3 Michelin star dish from restaurant Gordon Ramsay, full of process, technique, and flavour. Matt, what did you think of their efforts in the kitchen?
You impressed me, you blew me away. Every single one of you got something up. Guys should be very proud of what you've achieved today.
Thank you.
The day's been one of those days where we've seen some really great dishes. But, Ben, Matt said your consommé was good enough to be served in a restaurant Gordon Ramsay itself. Well done.
I'm just completely blown away and really humbled at the moment.
It's been such a great cook. I was in my zone, in my element, and I'm just so happy and so proud of myself. I think I've done Alice's dish justice. That was so much harder than I thought. I'm feeling really annoyed because I have my noodles and I didn't get them on the plate. I didn't strain my oil. I tasted it. I tasted the vichyssoise. I really liked that. And you know what? I don't know. I can't believe I'm serving Ella this food. as a favourite. I feel like we have an expectation to live up to, but no matter how many good cooks you have in the kitchen, there's always going to be bad ones. And I'm going to let myself feel the pain of having cooked the way I did today, because I think that's the only way to grow.
Good luck, Jen.
Hello.
Hi, Jen.
Hello, hello. I come bearing gifts.
I love gifts.
Spectacular.
Thank you.
Jen, you were quite emotional at the end of the cook.
It was a lot of like build-up of emotions, obviously. Overwhelming happiness, though, was what I felt, because I felt like I finally get it now. Like, cooking shouldn't be about what the other person wants. It should be about what I want the receiving end to get.
The thing I saw with you when your plates were up was unbridled joy. And when you get that from the act of cooking, you know you've chosen the right path. Cooking is for you.
That's exactly how I felt.
Would you like to finish up and then we'll taste?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jen. He's hoping that joy translates into the plates of food in front of us.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Okay.
What do we think before we tuck in?
The assembly looks good. The colour of the vichyssoise looks good. The texture of the vichyssoise looks good. It's not getting watery around the edges. The plating's not quite dead on, but that's all right. So far, so good.
Ella, earlier you said that this dish really does come down to accurate seasoning, and it's really a dish of textures and refreshment and refinement. I thought the seasoning was fantastic, especially in the cucumber noodles. You can pick up that little lick of the vinegar, but it's really about the salt and the crunch and that freshness. The fish, I think it's fantastic. The protein's just set.
This is meant to be a summer dish, and it eats like a summer dish. She's got the crunch in the pickled cucumber. She's got the crunch in the linguine. The vichyssoise is a nice balancing flavour.
I think she's done a fantastic job. There was a touch more acidity in your one, Ella.
In the roll, I think.
It's so close, but, you know, considering it's the first time she's made it, though, I've got to say, it's a pretty good effort. Very close to the way yours was.
Good luck, Manoli.
The disappointment right now, I'm serving this to Ella Wolf Tusker, is more than I can vocalise. I'm hoping that some of my flavours are there, but my hands are tied, and I think that's what's the hardest part.
Thank you. Manoli. How's the cook?
I had such a fun day, and I'm just really bummed that I didn't get my noodles on the plate at my bro. It's like the last couple of minutes, I'm really just disappointed. Like, I think I was focusing too much on the flavour of the vichyssoise, because for me, that was like the star of the show on your dish. But I'm hoping that at least some of it is nice.
Do not lose heart in these little minor blips in your cooking journey, because each one of them strengthens who you are.
No, I gave it everything until the last second, so I'm really happy that I just didn't give up.
It's not over yet. We've still got to try the dish. Do you want to finish it?
Sure thing.
Thanks, Manoli.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The vichyssoise itself, really beautiful. It's bright, it's beautifully seasoned, it's nicely balanced. Unfortunately, that's where it ends. She hasn't done herself or your dish justice today. Dill oil not strained, no dill fronds, the fish is overcooked, and no noodles. Manoli's such a talented cook. I believe that she has the skills to do this dish. It's clear that she just ran out of time.
Manoli just chronically overthought every single element on the plate. I am so sad for her because we know that she can produce brilliant flavours and really wonderfully complete dishes, but today was not her day.
By this stage, I think if you really want to be cooking, you do have to be able to flex right and left and centre. Doesn't mean that everyone's going to be good at every kind of style of cooking, but you can't just rely on what is familiar.
We'll just see where that lands her. Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello.
Looking at my plates, I think that I have replicated most of the dish, but I've realised I've left off dill fronds. And also, I didn't have enough time to taste each element properly. I just don't know if I've done enough today because the smallest thing can send you home.
Thanks, Sarah.
No worries.
Ella, thoughts on the presentation?
It's a little more precise. However, it's missing the dill fronds. And I'm just trying to work out whether the vichyssoise is splitting or there's water somewhere.
It's actually the vichyssoise that's splitting out. Just tasting the liquid, it tastes a little potatoey. So I think it's just not quite been cooked out enough.
It's funny about the dill, because I miss the dill, and that's a perfect example of a herb, not just as a garnish, but an integral part of the dish.
For me, the butchery on the fish within the roll was problematic because I got a huge chunk of sinewy chewiness and it was extremely unpleasant.
Mel, I've got to agree with the butchery of the fish inside the rolled cucumber because I actually got a bone. Yeah.
The fish is just a fraction over, but not enough to ruin it.
Ella, thank you so much for today and to push these guys to the very top of the game.
I can't think of anyone in life who has been successful at something who hasn't had disappointments and disruptions. And as long as you keep learning, give it lots of love, give it lots of attention. Don't forget about the people that are around you. They're really important. But good on you, everyone, for giving it all you've got.
Okay, Harry, when you played your immunity pin, that left us with 3 cooks fighting for their place in this competition. Jen, you said you felt joy when you cooked this dish, and we tasted that joy on the plate. Yours was a commendable representation of Ella's dish, so well done. You are safe.
Thank you.
Sarah, overall it was a solid effort, but we missed the dill on the plate. Your vichyssoise was slightly watery, and Andy's fish had a bone in it. Manoli, your vichyssoise was well balanced, but unfortunately everything else on the plate suffered from you running out of time. Your fish was overcooked, there were missing elements, and your dill oil was unfortunately a puree. And that's why, Manoli, I'm so sorry, but you're going home.
It was a joy cooking for you, Ella. But you're right, there are so many disappointments in life, and all I can say is just give it everything that you have in every single cook. But yeah, I'm just going to sit in this for a little bit and just learn from it, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity, so thank you.
Well, Manoli, we cannot tell you how much we absolutely love your food. There are very few cooks that have walked through those doors that can create flavour the way that you do. You've brought us so many dishes over the past 2 years that have just made us happy. And you yourself, you're an absolute ray of sunshine. It's not going to be long before us three, or even maybe us four, will sit down in your very successful restaurant and eat your tasty food once again. But unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye.
Well done, Sarah.
Come on.
This year I came back wanting to win. But you can't always cook an amazing dish every single day. I'm so happy that I've gotten so much out of the comp this season.
Get it up for Manoli, everybody!
Because I feel like I'm ready. I've got the conviction and the guts and the grit to go out and now take on the world.